It was our son's graduation party from high school, and I wasn't feeling well, and we had hundreds of people coming, and I was upstairs in bed, and I knew something was really wrong, but I knew I needed to get through the day and that. And the following week, I went to the doctor, and the signs and symptoms that I had, they thought that I had gallbladder. So they did an ultrasound of my stomach, abdomen area, and the doctor said he'd call me that afternoon, and he happens to be a friend of ours. And when he called, I thought he was going to say, okay, the gallbladder's got to come out and whatnot. And he asked me if I was sitting down, and I said yes, I was at work. And he said, you have a 6 by 8 inch tumor in your liver. And he said, but I don't think it's cancerous, but either way it needs to come out. And so I'm going to refer you to the Cleveland Clinic because they have a world-renowned liver specialist there. And we went to the Cleveland Clinic, saw Dr. John Fung, who is an amazingly brilliant man, but also has a great bedside manner and a love for people and helping people. And they did a liver biopsy, and I'll never forget, Dr. Fung was getting ready to give us the results of the liver biopsy to tell us if it was benign or cancerous, and I kept seeing, David and I were sitting and we're shaking, and we kept seeing him walk up and down the hallway, and I kept thinking, why doesn't he just come in here and tell us, hurry up, I can't take this anymore. And he came in and said that it was cholangiocarcinoma, which is an end-stage liver cancer, and that there's no cure for it. And but he felt he could remove the tumor, but there is a high reoccurrence rate of this type of cancer. And I've had 4 reoccurrences in 2 years. So it was a devastating, I think I heard that news, and we both did. We were crying, and it was almost like you stepped outside of your body and you were watching this very surreal situation take place.
It was devastating, as Lisa said. We've spent our whole life together. We've known each other since we were 17. We've raised kids. We've lived basically our whole life together, and the thought of losing her was really difficult.
Our youngest one, I read a paper that he wrote for religion class about 2 weeks ago, and I hope I can get through this without crying. But he said that he had a really rough 2 years since his mom's been sick, but he's really trusts God, and it's made his relationship with God stronger, and he trusts that no matter what happens, God would always take care of me and our family, and that so out of something very negative like cancer, something very positive could come out of that. When I started to research about cholangiocarcinoma, I realized there were very few clinical trials. There was very little research that was done on this type of cancer because there's just not millions of people to be in clinical trials and to have the studies and that, and the funding. And so out of cancer, we decided we'd make it whatever we could positive. And the one thing was to tell people about our faith and strengthen our faith, and hopefully strengthen the faith of other people to see that you can go through something like this. You can still be happy. You can still enjoy life. It makes you enjoy life even more. And the second piece was to be able to raise funds, research dollars, strictly research dollars, to improve treatment and hopefully find a cure for cholangiocarcinoma. My goal would be that no mom or dad or child would ever be sitting in that doctor's office waiting for the doctor to come in and drop the bomb that you have this rare cancer and there's no cure, and coming home to tell your children, mom may not be here in 6 months, and how that would affect their lives. The process is so easy. I mean, Laura came to our house. She explained the different types of funds that the Akron Community Foundation has for you, the resources, the board of directors. It was such a simple process. I was thinking I'd have 20 million piles of paper to fill out, and would we have enough money to start it, and how would we start it, and would we have to have our own board of directors? And she came in, and it was so simple. I can't believe that we didn't do it sooner. I mean, it's unfortunate that cancer was the thing that pushed us to start a fund. But I would suggest to people, start a fund, start a legacy for your family.
Even in difficult times, you need to persevere through that, and that every day is truly a gift.